Lil Man, the dog who saved me. When I first met Lil Man, he wasn't mine. He belonged to my wife's daughter, who asked me one day, "Do you want him?" I looked at him, this tiny pitbull pup with a big head and a little body, and thought, man, I wish I could have a dog like him, but back then we were living in an apartment where dogs weren't allowed. It just wasn't possible. Later we moved to a house in Massillon, Ohio, and I thought maybe now we could bring Lil Man home. But the neighbors had big, aggressive dogs and I was afraid he might get hurt. My wife's daughter couldn't keep him either, so she gave him away. I didn't like it, but I thought he'd be cared for. 2 months passed and we moved back to my wife's daughter's house. I asked about Lil Man, and that's when she told me she'd given him to a man down the road. My stomach dropped when she said who it was. A man who'd let his last dog freeze to death the year before. "You mean that guy?" I asked, furious. She looked at me and said, "I didn't even think about that." That was it. I told my wife and her daughter, "Go get him." Now, when they brought Lil Man back, I barely recognized him. He was trembling, starving, thirsty, his little body even smaller than I remembered. His big ol' head was the same, though, and his eyes looked up at me like he was begging for help. I promised him right then and there, "You're never going to live like that again. You're home now." The journey wasn't easy. It took a whole year of struggling to find a landlord who would rent to us and allow a pitbull. So many turned us down, but I wasn't about to give up. Finally, we found the perfect place with the best landlord ever, someone who didn't just allow pitbulls but welcomed them. It felt like everything was finally falling into place. And from then on, Lil Man's life became something special. He doesn't eat off the floor or out of a dog bowl, he's got standards. Every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I hand feed him. And sometimes, you've even got to sing to him to get him to eat. He's spoiled, but he's earned it. Lil Man doesn't sleep in a cage. He's got a bed of his own, but most nights he's sprawled out on mine. He's family, plain and simple. He even has his own Christmas tree every year. On his birthday, people gather, sing happy birthday, and he's the center of attention just like he deserves. But here's the thing, Lil Man didn't just get saved, he saved me. Back then, I was caught up in gangs, drinking, and a life that was tearing me apart. I didn't see a way out. But Lil Man gave me purpose. He depended on me and I couldn't let him down. He's the reason I'm 6 years sober today, living a life I never thought I'd have. Lil Man taught me that even when life has beaten you down, even when the world seems cold and unkind, there's still a chance to turn things around. And sometimes that chance comes with 4 legs, a wagging tail, and the biggest heart you'll ever know.
I know lately you feel like you've lost yourself. But I'm here to remind you that you haven't. You still wake up every single day and you still fight all of these demons that are in your head, and that is one of the most incredible things in the world. You have made it through some of the toughest things that you're ever going to go through in life, and that's an inspiration in itself. I know nobody has reminded you lately, but I'm here to remind you that everything's going to be okay and you're enough. Keep fighting. The world's a tough place. But guess what? You're the toughest.